Look, we've been sent this. It's a eco-friendly, portable, disposable, cardboard lavatory for use by the side of the road. The idea is you drive along, you get caught a bit short, can't find the nearest carsy, you pop this out, erect it, and do what you have to do.
Are you about to tell us you have been caught short?
No.
Because I don't think you should...
No, I'm not. I was going to say that we shall give this a fair test on Top Gear by giving it to the world's most practical man, which is Clarkson.
What, you want me to build it?
I do.
Oh, God, I hate this sort of thing. Where's the instructions?
Have you ever noticed, watching him do anything practical, it's like watching an orangutan? Oh, it is. Look at his face. Honestly, look at his face. It goes all...
very long.
He's happy, but confused.
They actually put a picture of Jeremy on the baglet showing you how to assemble it.
These instructions, look at these. They bear no relation to the, like, as always, to the thing that they're supplied with.
See, look, he's doing the ape thing.
And bear in mind, you have to erect this, well, basically, desperate for a number two.
Well, I was going to say...
With lorries going by. Could you erect this while you were touching cloth? You can. See if you can get that erected.
I'm prepared to bet that that question has never been asked on any other car show ever. She's good.
How have you done that? She's bloody done it, look. I know that was it. How did you do that? Look, she's made a lavatory. You did what? She's a female. So you just put that up at the side of the road.
There's no need to demonstrate!
Just get like a nice little fizzing sensation.
Oh, no, it's not. Where is this fizzing
Well, it's not actually in my penis, but it's sort of just behind it.
A fizzing sensation just behind your penis?
Yeah.
So isn't that the pit of your stomach?
No, lower down than that. Sort of right...
That's your prostate, mate. You've set on the gear.
No.
Has anybody else had a fizzing sensation just behind their penis?
Am I the only person... Ah, thank you, sir.
You have?
Good man.
Or do you just want to be on television? Do come here. Do come here.
It's just got a lot worse.
James May, a man in a moustache, has come on the stage and wishes to meet you so you can discuss your fizzing penises.
I just...
That's the end of the news.
Oh, God!
I'd like to commend you on being brave enough, especially as you've grown a moustache for charity, to come on the stage and admit that you, too, have been bestowed with this great gift from the gods of a slight fizzing sensation somewhere behind your penis but in front of your prostate when you drive an exciting car. What sort of car are you driving when you feel it?
Citroen AX.
No, seriously. We'll come back. We really must invite you to go back over there. Thank you.
I think some of us are just more fortunate than others. You must have had this on a motorcycle.
No, never. No, I'm just going to stand as well. I don't even want to use that seat now. This is just...
Now, we have to just touch on something, don't we, before we go, because...
No.
Like Hammond.
No, it's staggering.
And then, just when we thought the car park couldn't get any better... Oh, my God! That is, isn't it?
It is a Dacia Sandero.
That is it.
I think this is the 1.6.
I think it is the 1.6. I completely forgot that, actually, this is where the Sandero is from. I've been thinking about that car for 2 years.
What's that?
Look, that's the Dacia Sandero.
I'm going to see if I can hold on to the back of it.
The 1.2 16 valve, that thing can shift.
Come on! Keep up with the Sandero! Hammond's Ferrari might have got it, but unfortunately...
Why are you doing that now? Why are you calling Vernon Kay again?
Hi, Richard.
Vernon! It's Richard Hammond again. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just in the studio. Everyone's kind of stopped work.
Good.
Well, we were just in time to catch the local version of Top Gear.
В салоне концерна Renault и представляем надёхонький автомобиль Dacia Sandero.
I just wish that girl would get out of the way so we could see the car more.
Dacia Sandero современный.
I bet that would sound good in the tunnels.
Хороший динамик. Сегодня
What a magnificent thing.
новой Dacia Sandero.
And we begin with a story from Australia, in fact. Australian authorities are really going to get tough on boozed-up fans at the Bathurst motor race. Well, I say motor race, it's actually a fight every year between rival gangs of Ford supporters and GM supporters. OK, now the way they've cracked this is they say each fan is going to be limited to just 24 cans of lager each per day. Just 24 a day, no more than that.
That's absolutely right, and Australians don't think you can get round this by switching to wine, because that's limited as well, to 4 litres a day.
Do you know what they are actually doing to get round it? They're getting
What, Australians?
Yeah, Australians are going there 2 weeks before the race and burying beer.
Fortunately, the producers had given me a Romanian phrasebook. Unfortunately, it was a bit confusing.
Bună seara! Hai să comparăm USA cu gheam se dublaj la toate gheamurile.
Of 12 cases in the States of children having their fingers amputated by them. And so as a result, they've recalled all the pushchairs. But the pushchairs are the same all over the world, and it's only in the States that they're recalling them. Not over here, for instance. They're...
No, there's a very good reason for that, though. I think it's because British parents are more, what's the word I'm looking for? Intelligent.
Yes. Yeah. Because how could you... I can't shut this buggy down. There's these little pink things in the road.
I got the kid screaming his head off. Shut up, Junior. That's got it.
It's that fast because it's got a very clever gearbox. It's called a...
Is it German?
Oh, it's a German name, and it's
Oh,
really
God.
complicated. So let me just spell this out. It's a DOPPELUPPLUNG. SGETRIE.
Can we get it on the screen? Get it. Oh, that's any Germans here.
That's a long word.
Do you know what that means? You speak German.
I do.
Well, no, what's the only German you can say?
Aber ja, natürlich, Hans ist nass, er steht unter dem Wasserfall.
What's that mean?
Naturally, Hans is wet, he's standing under a waterfall.
Okay.
I use it all the time.
That's kind of a one-shot deal, isn't it?
It's over there.
Got some wood?
In front of the wood.
No.
Yep. Seriously. I have bought you, it's second hand, but I have bought you a Dacia Sandero.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, seriously, that's my Dacia Sandero?
Yes. No piano's going to land on it. It's not a Morris Marina.
I'm quite touched.
That's fantastic.
Can I drive it?
Yeah, why don't you go off and drive it while we're putting these on?
All right.
That's a really neat. He's genuinely chuffed to bits.
For 2 years I've been dreaming about this car, and now I was actually driving it. Now, the Lamborghini is all very well. That's like the ultimate expression of what a car can be, but this is the essence of a car. All the bits you need, nothing more, no flim-flam.
The two people whose opinion I respect most of all on all matters motoring, the Stig and Tiffany Dell, both say that the Aston Martin is the best car in the world right now.
Well, they're both wrong.
Aha! Let me draw your attention to this. This is a report of our visit, OK, in one of the leading Romanian newspapers. And look at the caption to this picture here. OK, it's in Romanian, but I'll translate. Jeremy Clarkson in the Aston Martin, which is the best car in the world, camera, video.
It doesn't say that.
Yes, it does.
To the village behind us, and armed with some directions, it was plain sailing back to the main road. Thankfully, the damage was light.
Maybe wash a bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, it smells of detergent.
Is everybody all right in that car?
That's his second bit of bad luck.
Whose?
Well, James's. That's his second car of the day.
Yeah. James?
Are there any cars you're not going to destroy?
James, how many cars have you destroyed today?
I didn't destroy it. I'd stopped, as you
Pretty much
saw.
every car with which
I
you've
saw
been
you
involved.
driving like an absolute maniac.
Shut
this
up.
poor man's days. Classic Dacia.
Like all great car designers, I'd created a mood room, hung with images from which I could draw inspiration. Big cats, jet fighters, the actor, Peter Bowles. And pretty soon, I was ready to start work.
Our masterpiece was ready.
Well, credit where it's due. I
can't see any of the nail heads.
it's all right.
You're pleased?
Very.
Amazed.
I have to say, this isn't actually it.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
That is the worst looking car in the whole world. I'd rather look at one of your dingleberries.
What is the matter exactly? Everything is straight. Everything is doable on your kitchen table.
Jeremy, is that a section from a garage door?
Yes.
Okay.
What's more, I'd fitted a tape player and, rather brilliantly, 3 abreast seating.
Who's going to sit here? You haven't given them any headroom.
Well, Hammond can sit in the middle.
Oh, God.
Careful of my roof! You're bending my roof. Now, criminals, would you like to get away with your crimes? Are you capable of running more than 100 yards? Well, good news, because the police are thinking of using these now. It's a Mitsubishi Electric. They say it's helping them crack down on CO2.
I don't want the police to crack down on CO2. I want them to get my bloody television back, because it's been 6 years since that was nicked, and I haven't heard a peep out of them whilst they've been going on about cracking down on CO2. I'm going to have to buy another one at this rate.
Look at this. Batteries, as before, but a few more of them for extra power. But here's the clever bit. They are recharged by that. That is a diesel generator.
That charges the batteries.
Yeah.
Hang on, is that a generator just from a shop?
Yeah.
So, we've made a hybrid.
Yeah,
Well, no, because a hybrid uses a normal engine that drives the wheels. A hybrid's a normal car for fools. This just charges the battery.
It's a diesel electric. I got the idea from old railway locomotives. They had a big
So you
diesel
just
engine
run
and-
the generator?
Yeah.
That means that you'll never run out of electricity.
Exactly. Uses a tiny amount of fuel.
So, James, this generator is charging the batteries as we drive along.
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. It's a hybrid. We've built a Prius.
You don't think the producers are messing with the subtitles, do you?
No, they wouldn't do that.
Frankly, it was hard to see how we could possibly pass this, but then James came up with a plan.
Right, we need a camera.
Yeah.
A plan that would fool even the most astute EU bureaucrat.
Action.
Wow!
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 Pendulum. Toi cool!
All right.
So, now our car is going to face the fearsome pendulum test.
Ooh! Oh. Wow!
Wow! Wow!
Wow.
Our car, here it is. We're on the cover!
We have it.
We're on the cover!
We have.
Right, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
There's the eagle.
Right, here we go.
It says in the ride and handling section where they deal with things like the chassis, that to all intents and purposes, the Hammerhead Eagle Eye Thrust has no ride or handling as such. Instead, it lurches around almost uncontrollably.
Oh, God almighty. No, it gets worse. Listen to this, OK? They say that in the highway code, they say the stopping distance from 70 miles an hour is 215 feet. That our car stopping from 30 miles an hour took 549 feet.
Well, who's really going to do that
It's
in the real world?
ridiculous.
The styling is unlikely to win fans amongst those of us blessed with the gift of sight.
Been for a while, but more of that later, because first I shall ring James and offer him some encouragement.
Hammond, May.
Hello, that thing is going to crash and burn and explode, and you'll be scattered in a million pieces across the English countryside.
Oh, don't be so defeatist. Anyway, listen, I've got an address for you. It's Hunter's Moon Caravan Club, which is just outside Wareham in Dorset. I've made the booking, they're expecting an airship, and I'll take you for lunch by the river.
Right, see you in a bit. Caravanning in a Lamborghini. I think you might actually be onto something here.
The chassis is smashing into the ground.
It's his generator, weighs too much for my suspension.
James!
What?
The chimney's come off.
Oh, that's...
There's quite a lot of smoke in here.
It's all collecting in my phone box. But we're still going.
Yeah, we're hammering now. Has one of the doors fallen off?
No.
Well, then we passed.
I think we have.
It's an EU regulation. It actually says if the doors are on after doing this, then you pass.
Well, it's still on.
Now, I don't know if you saw in the papers this week, a woman had a baby while she was on her way to hospital in a Kia, okay? Now, they've called the baby Kia. Yeah,
Could have been worse. It could have been Proton.
Because these people called their baby Kia, the people who make the cars, have actually given them a Kia car, yeah? We've got a picture of the handover, I think. There you go, look. Now, this brings us on to a very important Top Gear top tip. If you're on your way to hospital, in labour, and you're in a Kia, for God's sake, get out.
Let the child be christened Skip, bus stop, phone box, anything. Just get out.
I christened this child Doorway of Curries. Because at least that way you'd get a free microwave and not a hideous car like that.
Because think about it, I reckon this whole story and baby Kia here, it could spark a whole load of copycats, couldn't it? Because a load of dads waiting until the very last minute on the due date and then secretly hiring a Lamborghini Murcielago and driving really slowly to the hospital. You all right, darling? You can hang on.
Yeah, why are you called Pagani Zonda with the optional ceramic brake package?
Gas. It's going down. No. Keep it upright. I may be going sideways slightly.
Mayday!
No! Oh, bloody hell.
If you so much as looked at the middle pedal, the brakes would lock up and you'd crash into a tree. Lancia took the thing very seriously, so much so that they stopped production for 2 years whilst they looked for a solution. And they found one. What they did was remove the brake servo. So then it had no brakes at all.
And
Presumably you disagree with our greatest car verdict, then?
Oh, quelle surprise!
Lancia, you don't believe that, presumably, judging by your collection, that they're a particularly brilliant maker of motor cars?
What, a car fall into bits, the best mark in the world?
Yes.
Are you mad or are you mental? Lancias only came in black and rust.
I still stand by Lancia. There's more Lancias I'd like to own. Well, there's more. The number of Ferraris I'd like to own now is 1.
What about the 860 Monza? What about the 750 Monza? What about the 850 Monza? What about the PF250? What about the 4-cam? What about the...
A lot of people write and complain that this isn't a car show anymore. It is now.
But then, predictably, it broke down. So I went to get some tools to try and fix it.
There he is, it's Hammond. He's out. He's down.
The Lancia soldiered on alone. But then I got a warning light. Literally.
Oh no, yes, look! I can't see through the flames! I've got to blow this out some. Oh, God. Maybe...
We are away! Well, that catering lorry! I can't believe how that took off!
Although the fire truck was incredibly noisy, on paper, it had got winning potential.
The body is made largely of aluminium, like a Ferrari. It's got twin turbos, 725 horsepower. Yeah.
Oh, remembered, I'd forgotten. Look at this. Yeah, so you can see, okay. We zoom in, okay, zoom in like this. So we zoom in, and then you can move it up.
Oh, you can actually move. Look at that.
Look at that!
Let's get a better bonus. It's Ledge Cam! That's brilliant!
Curve vision!
Who invented that?
That is curve vision. Yes!
That is just genius!
Would you like to go round the back?
Sorry, mate? Oh, yes, the camera's at the back.
Look at the back. Look at the back. Zoom in.
And if I...
In. No! Look what you've done!
I'm sorry.
That's disgusting!
Sorry.
Now look.
He looks like the Mekong.
That's a disappointment.
I've considered the diameter of the tunnel, the car's centre of gravity, everything, and I've worked out the precise speed I need to be going is 17.5 metres per second. I just wish I knew what that was in miles an hour, because that's what I'm getting on the speedo. I think it's about 37. 37 miles an hour, there we are, it's roughly there, and here we go. Building it up! If this goes wrong, I really am in a world of Here we go! Yes!
Yeah, okay, there was, genuinely, right? Because what Audi has done is they've outlined what the A8 customer is, and they say, he's highly affluent, an average income of $500,000 a year. He's 58 years old, highly educated, mostly married.
Mostly married.
What is that? What, so he's sort of married, I don't know, down to there? And this bit is separated?
Yeah, it says he's got a few children still in the household.
What, in the basement?
Yeah, he's a kidnapper, is what they're saying. Is anyone here who is 58 years old on $500,000 a year with divorced shins and some children in the basement?
And following an accidental manoeuvre by me, the bendy bus was now crippled, meaning it was now all down to me, the catering truck, and the stairs. Correction, make that me and the catering truck, which, as we entered the final lap, had suddenly changed tactics.
Whoa! What's he done with that?
What he'd done with that was genius.
That is very clever. Jeremy, that hurt. Thank you very much.
This is one of the joys of the hot hatch. They're as much fun to drive as supercars, but you can get Ross Kemp in the boot, and they don't cost a fortune to repair.
Is a very popular Christmas gift. Big names, Givenchy, Chanel. Now look, the RAC. Yes, the RAC has launched this. They're calling it Eau de Voiture.
Oh, sounds promising.
What you do is you spray it into your car, and as you it makes it smell like a minicab.
Oh, it's quite strong.
Listen, have some of that. But
it is like a mini.
Because it smells. Oh.
You cretin!
I'm blind. The thing is, it's what it does, and I've really got a lot of it now, is it's one of those smells that makes you think it's covering up other smells. You're like Femme Fresh.
Yeah.
Handbrake. Oh, I've overdone it.
does not mean I'm going to give in. How hard can it be?
When I get out of here, I'm going to hurt you.
Here we go!
Annoyingly, Rupert seemed to be quite interested in James May's big face.
Your creation. Yes, it's called Acceleration Face Number 1. I mean, I was inspired to some extent by De Blair Writer.
Oh, yes.
And some of the works of that era.
And African masks, I
exactly.
thought,
The African mask has had an influence on it. It's very angular, it's quite simplistic, it's quite primitive.
Has it been on fire?
No. Your
what
opinion,
does the
sir?
expert think?
Well, let's have a look at it in the round, you know. Quite like the welding. The welding's
We can repair this, James. That's better.
Wow! Do you see?
The Mona Lisa of the scrap heap.
At the Middlesbrough Institute of Modern Art, Captain's sense of direction had decided to make an audio guide that would steer visitors around the exhibits.
If you turn through almost 180 degrees to your left, or even to your right, in fact, because it, of course, makes no difference whatsoever, and walk straight ahead towards the wall, and rotating to your right, not quite through 180 degrees, but probably about 155, there's a man on fire, there's a car going along.
And then I had a problem.
I was coming around the corner, doing about 27 miles an hour, and a cow was there. And I just had nowhere to go because of this. I'd say there was a school bus. Well, it was a bus full of children, handicapped children, and I saw some ginger ones on it. So I thought, well, I'll have to miss that, so I'll put it in the ditch rather than injure the children.
That story didn't wash.
Take a deep breath, sir. Zip around the tube. Constant stream of breath. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you.
The good news was I scored 0. The bad news came when the car was towed out of the ditch.
That's not too... It is quite bad. Oh, God.
And my attempts to mask the damage with T-cut just made everything worse. Had picked up a bit, but instead of following a prescribed route through the gallery, everyone was all over the place thanks to James's useless audio guide.
And then walking through the white door, we arrive at the upstairs gallery. Actually, that's not quite right. Into the next room, the door of which should be open. Bloody Nora. True, but I can't do it because people keep ringing me up and asking me if I've done it yet. Turn it off.
Try running! Just stop.
Give us a minute!
Fans responded with good grace.
You fat bastard!
Pounds to pull.
Please be gentle with this, Jeremy, and not a yob.
Power! Got him.
Look, stop!
Yes, that's it!
Oh! What a pillock.
How can it be this hot at midnight? How's that possible?
Hammond, however, had more to worry about than the heat.
Oh, what the is that? Oh, there's something in here squeaking at me. Oh. Oh, what is that? Oh, I can't stand that! I can't stand that! I've got to get out!
Jeremy, my car's on fire! Put beer on it!
I've only got so much, I'm drunk.
No, there's a fire extinguisher in the cars. Wait.
Set my car on fire!
I haven't got my glasses!
Pull the bloody pin out! You burned my Toyota! Thank you. Yeah.
Oh my God. No. Oh my. Stop there! Nuts. That is going. That is going. Bloody hell.
So, I've lifted the Land Cruiser, obviously, very simply. Gives me room for the bigger, wider tyres I'll need for the desert sand. Roll cage for safety, obviously. And then to get rid of some of the weight, I've lost the doors because they were steel and very heavy, and the roof and anything else I didn't need.
What I've done to prepare for the desert is team a rather fetching hooded cardigan with some old combat trousers and some big wheels on my car. Wow, James has been busy. Whoa, yes. You've modified that, mate.
As you can see, what I've done with my car is mended it.
Give me strength. Give me strength.
Just before we do this, I wanted to say... Oh, shit.
No! Oh, my...
Donkey! His wheels come off! Oh.
Donkey was dead. And in some ways, I was relieved, because it meant I no longer had to drive down that dune.
Yes, a car I'm really looking forward to is the new Saab 9.5. Here it is.
Unless, of course, Saab went bust in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, God, which is a real possibility.
Yes.
Tell you what, no, seriously, James, really, do this 2 ways, we'll edit it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
cover yourself.
A car I'm really looking forward to is the new Saab 9.5. There it is. A car I was looking forward to was the new Saab 9.5. That's what it was going to look like.
No, they said. They said.
What?
They said.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
They say, or said, that it's based on a jet fighter, or was, but it wasn't. It's actually based on a Vauxhall. You can get a 3-engine, or you could get 3 engines, or maybe you can get 3 engines, the best of which was or is a 2.8-litre V6. That was started about £25,000 and looks great.
Do you know what, James? Why haven't you got a Saab?
Because they've gone bust.
Now, I should say, before I announce this, that when we film a car on Top Gear, there is always a light, okay, in the top corner of the windscreen. Now, we've been doing this show for years, so it would be impossible to forget that that light is there and that it's very sharp, unless, of course, you were a colossal anus.
East Midlands Airport.
It really hurts. It's quite...